admin to live stream. Okay, wonderful. Thank you very much. Okay, so in this morning, we are going to continue with social studies, and we left out a few kingdoms that day we discussed. But before we start with those kingdoms, I would like to ask someone to remind us what we learned the previous time we met. Somebody please remind us. Let me get from Joshua. You seem to be on still. Okror? Okror? Okay, I think Okror has gone off. I would like to get somebody to remind us what we learned the previous week we met in social studies. Yes. Aaron? Yes. Aona, not Aaron. Aona? Yes, Aona? Just a reminder.
Frequently of the Uganda.
Okay, thank you. I want you to give me the pre-colonial states, the kingdoms that we learned. Graham, thank you very much, Aona. Graham, yes. Yes, wonderful boy. Very good. We looked at Bunyoro, Tara Kingdom. Then Grant, in the same group, can I hear from Grant? Oh, Grant is not on. Thank you very much, Graham. Elijah, Elisha. Elisha, are you there? Oh, hello, Elisha. Nanyonga. Nanyonga.
Yes, please, teacher.
Good, good, good. Can you tell us what we learned the last week we met?
I was not there.
You were not there.
But
have you checked our Google Classroom?
No.
Everything is in our Google Classroom. My admin is going to put that in the chat and you will join the Google Classroom, okay?
Okay.
All right. Thank you very much for joining us, although late, but thank you. Mirembe Claire. Yes, Mirembe Claire.
Teacher.
Tell us
Yes,
what
teacher.
we learned the last week.
Buganda Kingdom.
Buganda Kingdom. You quickly remembered the other week. Thank you very much. Getting to my chat, I have got Kelvin. Oh, Dan is giving us the other week, the first week when we are just introducing. I think this one didn't attend. Oh, sorry, let me do that very fast. My admin needs the right of a co-host. Let me first do that as we continue. Admin Eric, okay. Co-host you, okay. Yes, admin Eric. Yes, sir. I hope it's okay now. Okay, thank you very much. I have got my friends here on chat. Okay, Toro Kingdom. Thank you for that reminder, Graham and Grant. Thank you. Okay, I remember we looked at Bunyoro. Oh, very good girl. Nteza, thank you very much. Bunyoro Kitara. Thank you very much for that reminder. We also looked at Ankole Kingdom. Oh, Princess, no, this is the lesson for social studies, not for math. Okay. So in that lesson, we looked at the kingship of Bunyoro Kitara. Ankole Kingdom. I would like to find out from someone here who can give us the title given to, yes, Abigail. Mwebaze, put your video off. Mwebaze, Manuela. Put your video off. Yes, Abigail.
Yes,
what title is given to the king of Ankole? Yes.
The title given to the king of Ankole Kingdom is Omugabe.
Okay. Okay. Thank you for that contribution. I have seen one thing, my good girls and boys don't take time to read through the notes. A few of you are very, very attentive, like that group of Abigail, that group of Nteza, the Oloro, Athen. These are the people who are trying hard to get through the Google Classroom. And even when I mark their work, you really see that they are concentrating. Jesse is also one of them. Thank you very much. Malcolm, let us concentrate. It's a good morning already. I greeted people when we are beginning. Joshua, thank you. So in today's lesson, I want us to look at Busoga Kingdom. Our praise and thanks will always go to our sponsors, Edify. Thank you very much for making us live on YouTube and all channels, and greatly for making the little children who are locked down at home to learn. So we thank God for the sponsorship of Edify, and then the organizers, Christian School Owners Association, and then our implementers, Tao. So in this Busoga Kingdom, we are going to look at one, the origin of this kingdom. Okay. First of all, we are looking at it as a kingdom. Thank you. Hear someone. I can still hear someone. Let me look for that person. Okay. Thank you. My admin, I've got her. Ndagire. Ndagire, please. Okay. Thank you. I think we can now continue. There are those people who always interrupt lessons. So when we look at the origin of Busoga Kingdom, first of all, we realize that Busoga Kingdom started as a chiefdom society, but now it is at the status of a kingdom. Now, when we say a chiefdom, what do we mean by the word chiefdom? I want to get that person who has not muted, then will talk to us. Hamis? Hamis? Hamis?
Yes.
Hamis? Are you there, Hamis?
Yes.
Yes, Hamis. What is a chiefdom? Hamis? What is a chiefdom? Okay. I think we better put him off so that we can concentrate. All right. So a chiefdom is an area ruled by a chief, while a kingdom is an area under the leadership of a king or a queen. In that case, we realize that Busoga started under the leadership of a chief. So as it continued growing, it developed its status to a kingdom. So the title given to the Busoga king, or the king of the Busoga, is Chabazinga. I know we have some of the Busoga in this call. They may forgive me if I have pronounced the title wrongly. Okay? It is the Chabazinga. So that is the title. We have Goti Kazumbula Wilberforce as one of the Chabasingas of Busoga at the time Uganda's independence was declared in 1962. So why are we looking at Wilberforce Kadabula in this lesson today? First of all, he mobilized his people to support the struggle for independence in Uganda. So when Uganda got independent, Wilberforce was awarded for that hard work, and he became the first vice president of the independent Uganda. Okay? So in that history, we begin now to see Busoga Kingdom developing and becoming very powerful in the East, because its leader, the Chabazinga, got appointed at the national level of an independent country, Uganda. So he became the first vice president of Uganda. So that can be one of the reasons for the development or for the quick growth of Busoga Kingdom. Okay. To check to my participants on chat, when Solomon, when we are beginning lessons, you don't have to congest my chat like that. You interrupt my lesson, Solomon. Okay?
Yeah, welcome.
Okay. So let's continue. I am even hearing those who are also making noise at the background. Please mute yourselves as we explain some of these concepts to people, because you are interrupting my recording. Okay?
Yes, fantastic.
Okay. Okay, let me do it myself. Oh, thank you. Let me just do it again. Okay. All right, thank you. So I was trying to explain one of the factors for the growth of Busoga Kingdom. And we realized that the appointment of Wilberforce as the first vice president of independent Uganda could have led to the development, to the growth of Busoga Kingdom. So, as we continue with this discussion, I would like us to look at different kingdoms that we have learned, the chiefdoms, and the titles of their leaders. Because we are saying that the pre-colonial Uganda was politically organized in kingdoms and chiefdoms. And so, Kasana, please unmute. Yes, Kasana? I think Kasana is not near. Let me get to... Oh, Kasana is on. Yes, Kasana. Are you on?
Yes, teacher.
Yes,
Yes.
Joan. Joan, we have looked at different kingdoms, and actually we have completed all of them. I would like you to take us through the titles of some of these leaders. We are going to start with Buganda. Kasana? Yes, Kasana? Kasana left us. Oh, she's back. What title is given to the king of Buganda? Kasana? Sorry, I think Kasana is not ready. Not ready at all. Okay, so let me give a chance to my people on chat. Okay, Comfort, Esther Tendo, and others. Agaba Patience, they are Jesse. Thank you very much, Jesse. They are giving us the title of good, pretty. Nakaziwe, thank you very much. They are giving us the title for the king of Uganda. The spelling of Kabaka, triumph, the spelling of Kabaka is wrong. We don't put BB. It is Kabaka. Kabaka. Murungi, that is a different person. We are looking at Buganda first, and we shall look at other chiefdoms later. So in this table, Buganda, Kingdom, Kabaka, thank you. In this table, we are going to look at the different kingdoms and the titles to the leaders, right? We have started with the Buganda. As you have all given, we have got Kabaka, we have Bunyoro, we have Omukama, Ankole, Omugabe, like you have mentioned in our previous lesson, Toro, Omukama. Bunyoro and Toro share the title of their leaders. Busoga, the Chabazinga. Now, from Teso downwards, when you look at this table, these are now chiefdoms. These are chiefdoms. And I have decided to make them of one color so that we are able to differentiate a kingdom from a chiefdom. Okay? So these are kingdoms from Busoga, Toro, Ankole, Bunyoro, Buganda. These are kingdoms. All right? Then we have got chiefdoms. The chiefdoms are Teso, Acholi, and Aluru. In the pronunciation of the title of leaders, I want to give a chance to a few of the people here to pronounce the difference between the two. Katamba. Katamba. Can you please? Yes, Katamba. Are you there?
The title of the leader.
The title of the leader of Acholi.
Ruth.
Then Alur.
Ruth.
No. Try it again.
Ruth.
It is Roth. Roth. The only difference is and. Okay. We have got.
Yes.
Can you say that again for Acholi?
Ruth.
Acholi wrote.
Ruth.
Wrote.
Ruth.
Good. Alur.
Ruth.
Roth.
Ruth.
Good, good, good. That is the difference. Joan Kasana, put off your video before I put it off for you. Okay? Yes. So let me hear from another person. I want us to master the difference in these two because it always confuses children in the pronunciation. Raymond. Raymond. Please unmute Raymond. Good. Raymond, the cultural leader of Acholi. Raymond? Raymond, are you on? I think Raymond has gone off. Let me give him permission again. Yes, Raymond?
Yes, please teach.
Can you give us the title of the cultural leader of Acholi?
Wrote.
Good. Then Alur?
Wrote.
Wow, that's good, Raymond. I have liked the intonation and the pronunciation of those two. We have got it. And then, Acher? Acher? It's your turn, Acher. Yes, Acher? Acher, are you there?
Yes, teacher.
Okay. Give us the difference in pronunciation between the cultural leader of Acholi and the cultural leader of Alur.
The pronunciation
of
Yes.
Acholi.
The cultural leader.
Beg your pardon.
The cultural leader of Acholi. What is the title given to a cultural leader of Acholi? Say it again.
What?
And then Alur. Oh, we can't hear you. But thank you very much. Thank you very much. I love the difference. Okay, so that is the difference. Now, when you look at the way children write the cultural leader of Teso, this leader, when you're writing it, it doesn't have another I here. Okay, there are some books I think were written by some people who are not having the origin of this title, and they have included another I after the last R. So it changes the pronunciation of the title of the cultural leader of Teso. I would like to hear from my friends here. Let them pronounce as that well. Jemima, no. That team will give us, let me get another team. Let me get another team here. I want the teams. Let me get the team here of, oh no, I think today they are not, oh, they are here. Joel, please, can you unmute? Joel? Oh, today Joel is not quick. Okay. So, okay. Are you there, Joel? No, today Joel and the group are not on. Crispus.
Yes, teacher.
Well, can you pronounce for us the title given to the cultural leader of Teso?
I can't hear you.
Oh, sorry. The title given to the cultural leader of Teso?
Emorimor.
Again, please.
Emorimor.
Emory more. It does not have I. Okay? So it has to remain as Emorimor. Okay? All right. Thank you very much. Even when you're writing it, don't put the I at the end.
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much. You can now mute as we continue.
Teacher,
Yes,
I'm not Joel, I'm Joanna.
Joanna. Okay, thank you. Thank you for that correction. All right. So as we continue, those are the titles of the cultural leaders, the chiefs and the kings in different areas. Okay, getting back to the group on chat. Jesse, you are wonderful. You're always active on chat, and that's why I give you that opportunity to present yourself on chat, okay? Because sometimes my audio is not clear. So don't worry, Jesse. It is just okay. It is well when you present the answer here. Mwebaze, don't do that, Mwebaze. Don't send me those things, okay? All right. So Malcolm 2. Malcolm 2 is playing in my class. Malcolm, you're playing in my class. I'm going to give a call to mommy and daddy, and they will have to give you a punishment. Okay, so let us continue. So we look at the general advantages of kingdoms. Of what importance are kingdoms then and now? As we give the importance of kingdoms, we should note this, that these kingdoms are still existing, and so their value, their importance is still seen even now. So don't look at the ancient kingdoms. Don't look at the ancient kingdoms Don't look at the ancient kingdoms and then you say, oh, the kingdoms were only important in the past. No, the kingdoms are still important even in the present because we still have them now. Thank you very much, Agaba. Agaba has already written here that kingdoms bring peace and harmony. In other words, they unite people, like the way Albert Charles has said, kingdoms promote culture, and that culture brings or attracts tourists who bring in income. Okay, we have got also Albert here saying, oh, Albert has already said, Eunice has said, kingdoms promote unity. Okay, so let us, oh, kingdoms promote unity. Jesse, thank you. Eunice, they promote culture in the country. Okay, thank you. Kingdoms are a source of employment. Elizabeth, you are the best. These people who work in the kingdom are not working for free. Okay, they are paid, and so they get employment. Even those that clean around the kingdom are also paid. They promote development. Very good, Isaac. When you look at Buganda, the kingdom has promoted development in the creation of televisions, radio stations, schools, hospitals, and many others. So that promotes development. Somebody has said that kingdoms promote morals. Wow, that's very good. Let me first get this beautiful answer from Melvin. Okay. Melvin has said kingdoms promote morals. You cannot go to the palace with a mini skirt, with a Rastafarian head, with such kind of funny dressings. No, you will not even enter. They will chase you away. That is intended to promote morals. Okay. So in African setting, you're supposed to be decent. And that is the pride of Africa. You are supposed to be decent. And so these kingdoms are trying hard to promote that in the young people and in all other aspects of life. Okay? All right. They promote peace. Good. Lillian, that's very good. Kingdoms promote peace. Okay. They promote, okay. They provide scholarships. Good. Daniela, they provide scholarship. And these scholarships end up promoting education. They end up providing education to the poor. And that brings development, like Navosa has said. Okay? Well, let us look at the few that I have gathered here. From your contributions, I therefore present to you this one. Number one, they promote peace and unity, just like you have said in your presentations on chat. They promote culture. Exactly. That was also mentioned in your chat. I'm sure you must be clapping yourself. Should be clapping yourself. If you written on chat, they promote culture. If you've written, if you thought of this answer at home, you should be clapping yourself and saying, yes, I have done it. Kingdoms mobilize people for development. They mobilize people for development. You will find the Baganda saying, yes, we are the Baganda. If there is something to do, they will do it as Baganda. Okay? We have the Busoga. We have the Iteso in their chiefdom. If there is something they have to do, they will do it as a team. Okay? And that brings development. Okay? I am trying to go through all these wonderful answers. Should I see that you have given? And one of them, some of them I have already mentioned there, and many more. So what is the disadvantage about kingdoms? Let us turn the discussion to other sides to see the disadvantages of the kingdoms, because every good thing has got the bad side. Okay? That's why they say, Oh, they are not democratic. Who told you that democracy is good? Okay, that is good. I love when the children are able to realize some of these things. Okay, the disadvantages are the bad things about it, the bad side of it. Okay, so we are looking at the bad side of it. We have been looking at the good side of it, and we gave very many of them. So we are now looking at the bad side of it. And somebody says they are not allowing democracy. Okay. And to her, democracy is very good and it is the way to go. Thank you very much. Kingdoms promote dictatorship since the king is not elected. Now, somebody might say, teacher, what is dictatorship? Okay. Dictatorship, actually, in simple terms, we can say one man's leadership, the leadership of one person, and what the person says is what is followed. There is no question of discussion in dictatorship. The power belongs to one individual, and he is able to decide for the rest without asking for your thought. Remember when we looked at human rights in primary 4, we said that we have a right to thought. We have a right to give our thought. So in kingdoms, there is promotion of one man's thought. You have not to bring your like somebody says, democracy. There is no democracy here. Okay. All right. The wealth belongs to the king only. And that's why we have got the land of the king. And so the rest of you have to rent from him. That is dictatorship. Promotes the interest of, kingdoms promote the interest of the minority. What do we mean by that word, minority? Minority means a few people. In this case, the royal family. Okay? It is the royal family. The royal family's interest is the one that is first. You, the subjects, come later. Okay? So, kingdoms promote the interest of the minority, of the few people who are in the leadership of a king. Okay? And that majorly includes the family. Okay. Thank you very much, Agawa, for that wonderful participation. Okay. So, as we continue, kingdoms promote tribalism. Tribalism is a belief of a group of people belonging to one ethnic group. So the Baganda will not believe in the Busoga simply because they don't belong in the same kingdom. The Busoga will not believe in Iteso simply because they don't share ethnicity. So kingdoms and chiefdoms promote tribalism. Faith, we the Baganda, not we the Ugandans. So in other words, it removes the love for a country from an individual, but makes someone to think about a tribe or a group of people. Okay? Elogu, Hansen, you must have pinned someone. That's why you are not able to see the screen. Okay? But if you can change your phone to landscape. Change it, the screen will be seen. If you change your phone to a landscape, Hessen, try to change that phone, you will see the screen. Because the rest of my friends here, they are seeing the screen very well. Okay? So those are some of the disadvantages of, kingdoms. They favor the interest of the minority. Thank you very much. Somebody has given us. They create division among a people. Even within the kingdom, there is that aspect of division. The Bapologoma are only respected as the royal clan. For you, the Wachima, for you, the what, there is no much attachment with you. That's why we say the interest of kingdoms is my okay. So in this particular lesson, we are going to look at the social life. What do we mean when we say social? Social means bringing people together. What are these events that used to bring the people together before the colonialists? Okay? Yes, sir. Yes? Okay. Emphasis on this first. The events that used to bring people together before the coming of the colonialists. For now, I want you to look at the schools. Schools are social organizations, but they have happened or they existed when the colonialists came in. But before the colonialists, how were we organized socially? Okay? How were we organized socially? We have got the family. The family was one of the strongest social organizations before the coming of the colonialists. It is now that the family has weakened because Solomon is working in Kampala, Aaron or Elogu is working in Soroti. So this family cannot be together. But before the coming of the colonialists, the communities lived together. And so the families were very strong social organizations. Unlike now, families have divided. The family of Elogu is in Soroti. The family of Otim is in Kampala. The family of Okiror is in Bushenyi. The family of Jesse and Aaron, they are in Mbarara. So there is no way a family is able to strengthen or the members are able to be united because they are not living together. So before the coming of the colonialists, families were very strong social organizations. And now that is where we are going to start our discussion. I hope you've understood what we mean by the word social. Okay, let us continue. Yes, Abby, let us continue. It is true that it keeps breaking. The network is not good. Actually, I even went off for some seconds. Then again, I came back. So it is true, but you will get the notes in the Google Classroom. Okay, so let's continue with our discussion. People were organized in clans. That is what I have been trying to explain. These clans are in families. Okay, the children belonged to the clans of their fathers, even up to now. Okay, you belong to the clan of your father. Okay, however, we now have got the single mothers, so I don't want to avoid that. But still, even if you're a single mother, according to the Constitution of Uganda, you belong to the clan of your father. Okay. On the side of religion, how was worship? How was worship? Because those are social organizations. How was religion organized? People worshipped different gods depending on the condition, the need. Okay? If you needed rain, you would go and pray specifically to the god of rain. If you needed harvest, you go and specifically pray to the god of harvest. And I have given examples here, the social organizations and the religious worship in Uganda. We had these gods worshipped in Uganda. Chiwan, that was a god of what? Mukasa. That was a god of what specifically? Chivuka. That was a god of what? So each of these gods had their own meaning, purpose, or the interventions. Whenever you would want to pray for a specific one, you would go to that particular god. So we will ask a few Baganda here to tell us Chiwanoka. What does that mean? Can the Baganda put up their hands so that I can get to know them? Okay, for you, you are not a Muganda. Lower down your arm. I want to see the Baganda, hands up. Malcolm, are you a Muganda? If you are not, then lower down your arm. I want, Zawadi. This one is a Muganda. Zawadi, let me look for her. Zawadi, even Chisache. Yes. I had somebody. Mukaranzi. Let us hear from Mukaranzi. May teach us today. Yes, Rowena. Are you there? Can we share about the tribe? That one has jumped away. Nteza is a Muganda. Let me check. Nteza.
Yes,
Nteza. Nachimera.
Yes, teacher.
Can you try to teach us a little here today? What is the meaning of Chiwanuka?
Chiwanika means that an eye which sees everywhere.
Wow. So this was a god who could see everywhere, eh?
Yes.
Wow. Thank you very much. Go ahead, my boy. Go ahead. What about Mukasa?
Mukasa.
Hey, you have left us. Mukasa?
I don't know. I only knew
we shall go to
Chiwanika.
Nachimera. Nachimera will tell us that one. Thank you very much, my boy. That is good. Nachimera, where are you? Nachimera has disappeared. Isaac. Isaac?
Yes, teacher. Yes, teacher.
Tell us about Mukasa.
Mukasa was the god of hunting. He was the god of hunting.
Hunting. Good. And then Chivuka. These
I don't know
children are wonderful. Okay,
I don't know.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Sorry. Okay. Thank you very much. So that has been a social organization of the pre-colonial people. And we are looking at religion particularly. The friends have told us about Chiwanuka, Mukasa, Chiruka, and they are telling us that Chiwanuka was the all-seeing God, the all-seeing God. So that was social. Now, in the traditional religious leaders, we had got the rainmakers, we had the medicine men, and then we had the fortune tellers. These particular religious leaders got a lot of respect in the pre-colonial society. There was a lot of respect for such people because they could pray for the rain, they could grant healing, medicine, and they could tell the future. Education was passed through stories, songs, riddles, and it was done by all elders in the society. Can you imagine such kind of a wonderful education whereby you don't pay school fees, you don't need internet? The pre-colonial people must have enjoyed this time where education was passed on through stories, songs, riddles, and many other ways. And that particular was done by the elders. Okay, let me see. Oh, sorry. She has said she's not viewing the screen. My admin has already sent their Google Classroom code. Dear class, join the Google class so that you can take your exams, because we have examinations to take next week. So if you have not joined Google Classroom, then we cannot see your work, mark your work, and present to you your results. When I was teaching primary 4, I said to them that I am going to come to your school and visit you and give you gifts. I am good at traveling, I'm going to do that. So only those who will participate in the Google Classroom will have a look at Mr. Otim, and we shall continue interacting in your school. So make sure you join Google Classroom so that you can take your exams. Thank you, Eunice. Thank you, Imani, Abdallah, and Gabi. Those people are participating in the chat well. So if you've checked the chat, if you are not on Google Classroom, like my friend who has just joined today, click that link and it will take you to join the Google class. Okay, I will give time for my admin to take us through that. Let's continue. Organized. In this time right now, we have lost our names, and somebody gets to have names or yes, please. My network today is not friendly. Okay. Yes. Let us continue. I said that the people in the pre-colonial society had names, they had customs, they had clans, totems, values, and games to play to entertain themselves socially. Now, when you look at the present situation right now, the people no longer have names. Somebody is called Joel Austin. How do you know the family where that person comes from? You see, names were very important for identification so that you get to know where a particular person comes from. Names identify a lot about us. They identify our families and they also identify our origin. Okay? Customs, clans. Clans are also very important. Clans prevent incest, where brothers marry, sisters marrying from the same family. So if we identify our clans, then we will be able to avoid incest. That is a very bad sin before God. The Bible talks against incest. So if you don't keep your name, you are going to lose your identity and you will lose your clan and you will fail to know the members, people who belong to your family. Okay, so let us continue and look at the roles of clan leaders or the clan heads. Okay, one, to settle disputes. What are disputes? These are misunderstandings, disagreements between the members. Socially, that was a responsibility. Okay, thank you. Okay, so to settle disputes are misunderstandings, disagreements among the people. So these were the social roles of the clan heads to make sure that people are living in a harmonious way. People are living in peace with one another. To organize clan functions. Clan functions included dramatic events that could bring the young into adulthood, especially for the communities that practiced circumcision, the communities that practiced tattooing, the communities that practiced detoothing as one of the symbols of progress or developing from childhood to adulthood. Such functions were organized by clan heads. We have communities that carry out circumcision, like our great community of the Sabine. I call them the great community of the Sabine because they have brought for us gold medals in sports from Olympics, games of Olympics. So that's why I call them the great community. The community of the Sabine carry out circumcision. And so such kind of functions were organized by clan heads. Okay? Yes, let me get to this. Aha, Eunice has added me more. Eunice has added me more. And she has said Debagisu. Debagisu also carry out circumcision. And so such kind of functions are organized by the clan heads. Daniela has added me, good girl. And Raymond has added me that they also call for clan meetings. Very good. They oversee clan wealth. Wow, who is this beautiful person here? Let me check the name and I say it to the world. Wow, 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 wow. This girl is amazing. This boy is good. Ah, the message has disappeared. Okay, I will get that person. Has said clan wealth. Okay, it is Asasira. Asasira has said they oversee clan wealth. These are some of the things that we really ignore. Some of this wealth belongs to the clans, but you now find the clan wealth has gone to other states. And that's why maybe the Baganda are crying for their land, because they want to protect the clan wealth. Okay, thank you very much, Asatira, for that answer. Okay, they chair clan meetings. We have an error here. We are going to omit it. To share, this M is not supposed to be there. To share, to chair, not to share, but to chair clan meetings. That is an error. We are going to correct it in our notes on Google Chat. They also distribute clan wealth like land to the people. They distribute clan wealth to the people, like what is happening in other communities. Thank you very much, my people on chat. Okay, okay. Daniela still, Ethan, thank you. Okay, all right. So I am going to give you another social. Oh, this is economic now. This is now social, and both economic and social. Barter trade. Barter trade is both economic and social. A few minutes are left. I would like to request you to turn on to Google Classroom, and you will pick on from barter trade. Barter trade is the exchange of goods for goods or goods for services. I come to your home, I dig, then you slaughter for me chicken and I eat. I provide a service to you and you give me food that existed in the pre-colonial society. In a little time left, I would like to request my admin to say a word or two to the class before we get started with examination. Sir, you're welcome. Mr. Eric? Yes, Mr. Eric?
Yes, please.
Please say a word to the class as we end.
Okay. I've sent the links in the groups that they can use to join the groups.
Has given us that information, that the link is there in our chat. Please join the link so that you can take your examinations. Okay? Yes, teacher, I did not finish writing. Get to the Google Classroom and you will get the notes. Thank you very much, my admin. Can I please have that again, sir? Help me again and send that to the chat, the link to the chat. Okay, so in the chat, we have got our link. Please click on that link and then you will be able to join the Google Classroom. That's where our exams are going to be posted next week. Okay, next week, our exams will be posted there. And what will happen? Is that we will continue with our lessons when examination is on the Google Classroom. So for you, you take your exams while we are continuing with our lessons. Please make sure that you join the Google.
Chat Solomon. Chat Solomon.
Yes, Eric. Mr. Eric?